Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys my Melodious deck profile for May 2015. This deck, was around for a good while, and I got a few requests from people to do a deck profile for this, but I thought I'd wait till Cross Souls, basically because we now got the fusion support for them, which one of the fusion monsters is a really awesome card. It can make or break with its OTK abilities. So I thought I'd bring you guys the deck profile. So let's go ahead. We have the main and extra. Let's jump right in. I run two of the Melodious Maestra. This card is one of your heavy hit monsters. I only want to run one of this card, and I want to run two of the Shapina, but I only have one Shapina at the moment. So I will reduce it to two Shapina and one Mozeria. But for now, two Mozeria. So basically its effect is once per turn you can special summon one light fairy type monster from your hand. You cannot special summon other monsters using the turn you activate this effect except for light monsters. So the reason I want to reduce this monster down to one is basically because Shapina allows you to add a light monster from your graveyard back to your hand. You cannot activate non-light monster effects during the turn you activate this effect. With the fusion deck base, this card is a lot more consistent than this one just because you can fusion summon it and then add the cards back with this card. So basically, these are the three. You'll run two of this, one of this. But for now, you can go back and forth between the two. It doesn't really matter. I also run three Soprano, the Melodious Songstress. This card, when it's special summon, you can target one Melodious monster in your graveyard except Soprano and add it to your hand. You can only use the effect of Soprano once per turn. And once per turn, you can fusion summon one Melodious fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as the infusion monster, including this card. So I run Polymerization in the deck, but in case you don't draw it, Soprano really helps, just to get your fusions off. And plus, I do run more than three fusions and only three polymerization with no ways to get the polys back, so Soprano really comes in handy at those times. I also run three Araya, the Melodious Diva. When this card is special summon, when this special summon card is on the field, Melodious monsters you control cannot be targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle. So she is really, really good. You basically want to special summon her off of the first movement solo and just sit on her with all your other Melodious monsters. No battle, cannot be targeted by card effects. It makes it really hard for them to get over stuff. They either have to have Regeki or some other method. Also, two Serenade, the Melodious Diva. This card can be treated as two tributes for the tribute summon of a fairy type monster. And this card, after it's special summon to your side of the field, you can normal summon one Melodious monster during your main phase this turn in addition to your normal summon. So, it's just extra summon plays, extra push with this card. You can get out your heavy monsters faster if need be with this card as well. And she's got the defense stats, just to stay on defense. And I also run two Sonata. If you control a Melodious monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. While this special summon card is on the field, all fairy type monsters you control gain 500 attack and defense. Just a little boost. And tribute monsters, you can special summon this if you already control one. Let's say the next turn to get out one of the bigger ones. But basically, this is your lineup for the Melodious monsters in the deck. A good number of the monsters just for your fusion summons and whatnot. I also run two Honest. All the Melodious are light monsters, so Honest is a must in the deck. Two Summoner Monk. This card is good just because you special summon a monster with his effect, so you can get off all the Melodious effects that would get one if they're special summoned, along with the option for a rank 4 summon is good with Summoner Monk. But if you can special summon, Soprano or Abraya with Summoner Monk, it's just an all-out, good play. Plus, three Shining Angel. Once again, just another way to special summon out your Melodious. And if you need to sit on Shining Angel, going into Shining Angel, it's another method. But like I said, easy special summon with Shining Angel. Plus, that's it for the monsters. We got a pure light lineup For spells, I run 3 first movement solo. I could not for the life of me at any of the locals I went to find a third one. I don't know why this card was so hard to find. If you control no monster, special summon 1 level 4 or lower Melodious monster from your hand or deck. You can only activate 1 first movement solo per turn. You cannot special summon monsters during the turn you activate this except Melodious monsters. So you get out your special summon, which you need. You can get like I said, Raya or Soprano, whatever you need for the situation, get off their effects. And the fact that you can't special summon other than Melodious is no big deal because, like I said, the fusion monsters are great targets to go through. Plus 3 polymerization. This card's pretty standard in the deck now since fusion summons. 1 soul charge just to get back Melodious monsters to use. 3 MST, staple. That's it for spells. And for traps, I run 3 Melodious Illusion. This is probably what you would call their Forbidden Lance. You target 1 Melodious monster you control this turn. That face-up monster you control is unaffected by your opponent's spells, trap effects, and it can make a second attack during each battle phase. So if you get one of your big ones out on the field, not regarding monster effects or anything like that, being able to make 2 attacks can really put some damage onto your opponent. So this card's a must-use in the deck. Plus, I also run 1 Luminize. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack, and 1 face-up light monster you control gains attack equal to that target's attack. Just another boosting ability. I really like running 1 in the deck. 3 Call the Haunted. This is just going off of the special summon plays again. And 1 Ring of Destruction, 1 Bottomless, and 1 Vanity's Emptiness. So that's it for the main deck. We'll move on to the extra. I run 3 Schuberta, the Melodious Maestra. One of your fusion monsters, all she requires for her fusion summon is 2 Melodious monsters, and during either player's turn you can target up to 3 cards in any graveyard, banish them, and if you do, this card gains 200 attack for each. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. So you might think it's kind of underwhelming, but the fact that you can banish 3 cards in someone's graveyard, including your opponent's, can really mess up a lot of their plays, especially if they run Shadal's, Burning Abyss, things that rely on the graveyard. So Schuberta really is a go-to fusion. And the big one is Bloom Diva, the Melodious Choir. For this card, you need 1 Melodious Maestro monster and 1 Melodious monster, so she's a little more difficult to get out, but Schuberta is a Maestro monster along with your 3 that you play. So it's not impossible to get this card out, just a little more difficult than Schuberta. But basically it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Also, you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. If this card battles a special summon monster, after damage calculation, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between the original attack of your opponent's monster and this card. If you do, destroy that monster. So with 1,000 attack, you can pretty much, ram into anything your opponent has. And if it doesn't have an effect of its own, like a Catastrophe ability, even that, it can't be destroyed by card effects. As long as you would take damage from the attack, you will be able to, really sink into your opponent with this card. Bloom Diva, can hit something with 3k, deal them 2,000, and destroy that monster. Like I said, just an all-out beautiful card, love the art, and an amazing effect to boot. And then for Exceeds, I run 2 Paladynamo. All the monsters in this deck are light, making Paladynamo very viable. Same with 1 Omega, 1 Digusto Morale, 1 Cowboy, 1 101, 1 Castell, 1 Exciton Knight, 1 Love of All Chain, and 1 Abyss Dweller. So yep, that's it for the deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.